I got a question for you. When your dog plays with his toy, does he like shake it like this? Does he steal food from your plate when you're not looking? Does he chase after squirrels when you're walking? Well, these are all examples of prey drive. What's prey drive? Is it a good thing or is it a bad thing? Well, that's what we're going to find out in this video. If you have no idea who I am, my name is Victor, and I am one of the co-founders of Animal Den, a pet service business out of Schenectady, New York. We're here to answer your questions about your pets so that you better understand them and therefore build a better relationship with your pets. So if you have any questions, leave them below in the comments and we'll do our best to answer them. So what is prey drive? Prey drive is an eagerness or a desire to go after prey. Not necessarily to hurt them, but to chase them. There's something about the chase that dogs really enjoy, and it's part of them. It comes down from their ancestors, whether it be another canid from the canid family or the wolf, depending on what theory you subscribe to. But it is a survival instinct that dogs have kept, and it has worked for them for thousands of years. Chasing squirrels, it's a big thing. You're on a walk and everything is fine, and then suddenly a squirrel runs by the path of your dog, and your dog instinctively, without even thinking, just goes right after it. This is instinctual. It's very difficult to work with, but you can't get rid of it completely, but you can lower it so that your dog actually thinks before he acts. And it takes some training, and it's better if you're working with a professional to do this. But you can do this yourself also if you educate yourself and watch some videos on YouTube or whatever, and I can probably help you with that as well in future episodes. But what's going on here is that a dog's eyesight is not as great as ours. They're not colorblind. Dogs do see color. Granted, they don't see the color red or oranges very well. So mostly what they see are yellows and blues. And they're also, their peripheral vision is kind of blurry. So like they are able to focus in the center. However, their ability to see movement is amazing. So anything that moves, their focus goes right to that. So people back in the past, when we first domesticated the dog, we noticed that about dogs, and as we became better at understanding how to breed dogs, we looked for that. So we looked for dogs with higher prey drives for that reason, so that we can breed dogs with higher prey drives to do certain jobs like herding, hunting, and all sorts of other activities. So all dogs have a prey drive. All dogs. Now, depending on their breed and their breeding, their prey drive might be up here or it might be down here. So, like if you have a dog with a low prey drive, you don't have anything to worry about. If you have a dog with a high prey drive, then you have some work to do. A high prey drive means a more energetic dog, a more eager to please dog. So you could use that to your advantage to do, agility, hunting, or any activity that you want a dog with high focus. A dog with a high prey drive, if they get no training whatsoever, it could become an issue. A high prey drive means that if you have a cat and the cat runs, the dog could be inclined to go chase after it. Now, whether or not he attacks the cat, that's a completely different issue. So what we do is we try to work with the dog to ignore their instinct as much as possible. You can't get a dog to completely ignore the instincts. It's close to impossible. A dog's instincts are strong, and they rule the dog's reaction to stimuli. So how do you know if a dog has a high prey drive? Aside from the obvious, chasing small animals, you can have things like digging. Digging is a big sign. If your dog carries toys in his mouth when he walks around, that could be a sign. Playing fetch. If your dog enjoys playing fetch, that could be a sign of a high prey drive, which you could use that to your favor because you could play fetch with them and reduce a lot of their energy through the play. Also, if your dog is ripping apart their toys, that could be a sign of a high prey drive as well. Then there's sniffing the ground. If a dog catches a scent and it's focused on the scent, that's also a sign. And high-pitched barking, it's also a sign that your dog has a high prey drive. So again, this isn't a bad thing. It just means you need to take a different approach when training your dog. So what can you do? First thing I would say is disagree with any negative behavior. If your dog is doing something that you disagree with him immediately. You can do this by using a nice firm no with a stern look. Never yell or hit your dog, for Christ's sake. You get nothing out of that. We don't need to start abusing dogs. It's not going to help. In fact, it's just going to make things worse. So just be patient. This is key. You have to be patient and be consistent. If your dog is doing something that you disagree with and you tell him no, and the next time he does it, you let it slide, your dog's going to get confused. They are just going to keep doing it because they don't know the rules. A dog has to know the rules in order to follow them. And the way they know the rules is by consistency. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like what you see here, make sure to like the video and also share with on your social media, and to subscribe so that you can get the next episode. We're putting out videos every Monday, and we really appreciate you being there. Thank you so much. See you next week.